What makes Tokyo's music scene so unique? My initial understanding was its diversity across multiple genres and ease of access to any sort of music medium. I also knew in Tokyo I could easily seek out Western artists, K-pop performances, DJs, Japanese idols, rappers, anime openings, holograms, you name it. I knew this already, but I wanted to understand why. And after visiting a variety of performances, I think I found the answer. So, from the top. Let's see Tricot now. With Toshi. That should be pretty fun. Okay, just quickly, getting tickets in Japan is super difficult. I wanted to see way more artists while I was here, but you often need a Japanese phone number to get tickets, which sucks. But thankfully, I had my friend Toshi who helped me get tickets to see the first band, Tricot. Okay, now this isn't any random rock band to me. My friend Joe told me about them a year ago, and I've loved their music ever since. I was very, very excited when I heard they were going to be performing when I was visiting. They were a band formed in 2010 in Kyoto, and I was actually lucky enough to catch their 15th anniversary show, which was extra, extra special. You can probably notice that the filming isn't very good, and that's because A, I'm bad at it, and also I was trying to film at the start, but someone from behind tapped me on the shoulder. There were no signs in the venue saying not to film, and Toshi was just as confused as I was. So don't judge me for breaking the rules, but I did the best I could to capture what was happening without disturbing the people behind me. The show name or theme, and don't judge me for pronunciation, was Yakubarai, which in its simplest form is a Japanese practice of purification and removal of bad luck, which sort of explains what's going on here. Overall, this concert was extremely unique and nothing like I've ever been to in the past. It felt more personal in a way, as they would often take breaks and talk to the crowd, etc. Everyone was super nice and respectful in the crowd, probably excluding the tall white guy standing in the front middle, aka myself. But overall, a very unique and enjoyable experience that might be a complete contrast to the next artist. Now, I'm going to be honest, initially I wasn't too sure who Nina was, but I was quickly familiarized after looking through her discography. The Russian-born DJ released her first album in 2012 and has since produced a remix for Charli XCX, collaborated with Jean-Michel Jarre.
You are looking at Julian's pronunciation guide. In French in France, Jean-Michel Jarre.
And featured on the Cyberpunk soundtrack, which you are listening to right now. We're gonna see Nina Kravitz tonight at Room. It should be sold out. Okay, so I'd been to this nightclub, Womb, before, and majority of the time it's similar to the previous concert in the fact that everyone had their own space, etc. But this was a lot more Western. Everyone was shoulder to shoulder, squeezing to get through. There were also a good amount of tourists in the crowd, as well as locals. And it was acceptable to film this time. This was easily one of the best techno DJ sets I've seen. Even if you're not the biggest fan of techno house, I believe you would have enjoyed this. Her stage presence was one of the best I've ever seen from a DJ. And not only that, she performed for over 2 hours, which is insane. So, please enjoy some of the highlights from her set. It's like 3:30 a.m. Nina Kravitz just finished. Performance was so good, I'm not gonna lie. She was on from 1 till 3:30, which is elite. Dude, if Nina Kravitz is in your city, please go see her. She's actually insane. Okay, so this last performance was the best I've ever seen in Japan, and maybe even my life, and it was a complete coincidence. One of my favorite clothing shops in Tokyo, Halo, had a pop-up event. I met a really cool guy who worked there, Val, who said that Zero Tokyo is having a massive final performance tonight. And when I got there, I noticed I was basically the only foreigner in line, which is always a good sign. I had no idea who any of the artists were, so I tried to gauge who people were here to see, and a lot of people in the line said Star Kids and Toji, as well as some other artists. All this meant is that there were going to be a lot of people all in one area with a great atmosphere. So, what makes Tokyo's music scene so unique? After going to 3 very different performances, I believe the answer lies in the city itself. The astounding number of people living in the world's most popular city gives you the freedom of being able to pick and choose whatever genre or niche you desire. Not only that, Japan notoriously is a country that is strict on maintaining social order and not straying too far from the medium. However, through music, people can express themselves and escape and forget about everything else for a short period of time. Not only that, but it's a place that brings all types of people together. Like, I'm an Australian who saw a Russian DJ in Tokyo. And at the final performance of Zero, I was the only foreigner, and people were still so accepting and didn't treat me any differently. I have only scratched the surface on Tokyo's insane and unique music scene, but if you get the chance, I urge you to go out and give it a try. Thank you.